Today on the channel, we take out the garbage and we rap a little bit along the way with Oscar, Duke the Dumpster Droese, Grapplers and Gimmicks.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Grapplers and Gimmicks retro wrestling figure unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got Oscar from Men on a Mission, and we got Duke the Dumpster Droese. But for all your wrestling figure needs that are not Grapplers and Gimmicks, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And for your Grapplers and Gimmicks figures, hit up old Mitch, of course, Hassel Toys. Hit him up on Facebook, Instagram, his website, wherever you go to get these retro figures. And I gotta say, Grapplers and Gimmicks continues on a lot of figures, and they're turning and burning pretty fast, which is a good thing. Nobody likes long waits anymore, and this is one of the fastest turnarounds in the game, so it's got to be commended out there. We've had some really good figures along the way so far. We've had some tough ones, but as we always do say, constant learning, constant improvement, and that's what we're seeing out of Grapplers and Gimmicks. And from what I see from these two figures, these are two of the best ones yet. So every figure seems to be getting better and better. That's a good thing for the consumer. That's a good thing for the company. It's a good thing for everybody. So I'm very excited to get these two out of the package, of course. But also, of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I guess we'll start with old Mike Droese himself. Of course, Duke the Dumpster Droese, as we do know him, but he's just simply Mike Droese right here, and that works out okay. I think we know what they're trying to represent with this. Of course, it's the legalities around the name, but this definitely works out here with Mike Droese. Love the packaging style, nice firm card art here, nothing falling off, anything like that. Got the Grapplers and Gimmicks logo there, beautiful artwork, very Hasbro-inspired packaging, which looks really good. Get a little accessory action with this one, we're here for that. Does say Hassel Toys down here. Real vintage style figure with Trash Bash. Oh, that's quite the finisher. Officially licensed product, of course. Grapplers and Gimmicks. On the back, very cool. We get the cross sell down below. We get a little blurb action. Let's see what it says all back here. The Grapplers and Gimmicks design team is dedicated to producing figures in the spirit of the ones we all know and love. We hope our mindful efforts make you feel as if you were the original line, never ended. For the fans, by the fans. We do see Mike Droese, British Bulldog 92, Diana Hart-Smith. That's a two-pack coming. Greg Gerard, we'll get into him here in a second. And we got the artwork for old Duke the Dumpster Droese, a.k.a. Mike Droese, of course. But it does look beautiful on card. I almost hate to take it off the package, but we got to do it for science. We got to do this for science. Somebody's got to do it, and I'm stepping up to the plate. I've never been one to turn down a challenge, that's for sure. I'll even take a physical challenge. If Mark Summers was here, I'd say, Mark, physical challenge. And speaking of people over that way, Todd McFarlane on the couch. See you later, goodbye. Right over there, the old Todd McFarlane. We're getting down to business right here. We got the old plastic. See you later that way. We'll leave McFarlane alone for a little bit. Now, we do get an accessory with this one here. Very interesting. This is a garbage can. And I like that it has a little dent in it. Gives it a little personality, of course. Old school garbage can. Got two handles on the side. And then you have a lid that is removable. I think that is kind of cool as well. I was going to say, will it stay on by itself? It doesn't look like it'll stay on. There's no tightening. Oh, nope. I take that back. Look at that. So you can leave that on if you need to. Looks like the inside is not painted. I don't know if that's the end of the world or not, but it isn't painted inside. Not that big a deal to me. Obviously, I'll be displaying this, and it'll be just like this. I won't have the garbage can off or the lid off. It'll be just like this. But, of course, a guy like Duke the Dumpster Droese, he better have a garbage can with him, and that's what he has right there. So I'm here for that accessory. Looking good. Now we get down to the figure itself. And gotta say, we've got a big time improvement over the last go around, as we did get the Godwins last time, and I really like those Godwin figures. Some A+ accessories with those Godwins. I love the overalls. I love the overall look to them. The only thing I didn't like was the yellow skin tone there, a little Simpson skin tone. That has been corrected right here. This is beautiful human skin tone. How about that? So we do get that, and it looks really, really good. And you got the beard going on Duke the Dumpster. He's got that hair going out the back. Am I cosplaying right now as Duke the Dumpster Droese? If I had this outfit on, people would say, hey, who's that guy in the beard with the hat backwards? Oh, it's Duke Droese or Kyle, one or the other. Who knows? Maybe I could just customize this into, I could put a Motorhead shirt on this one, and we could just pretend it's me. We could just pretend this is a Kyle figure. Who knows? But definitely an interesting looking face on this one. I'm here for it, though. I think it looks pretty good here. We talked about it. He's got kind of, I guess, a trash man outfit. I don't know. I haven't looked at my trash men in a long time to see what they're wearing in this day and age. I remember as a kid, maybe this is kind of what they wore. I don't know what they're up to these days, though. They don't even get out of the truck anymore. Are you a garbage man out there? You don't even have to get out anymore. You used to always see the guy driving, and then there'd be the guy hanging on the back, and he'd get it, and he'd throw it all in there. Now they got these things that come down, they clamp it, and they just throw it in there. It's just not the same. It's just not the same, but it is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. But he does look good in this kind of outfit, almost like a janitor outfit. He's got the gloves on. Of course, you don't want dirty things. You know where these things have been. So he's got the gloves on, got the black elbow pads as well. Kind of like a jeans, kind of part of the jumpsuit down low. Black shoes on him here. I like the arms on this one. He's almost got the bushwhacker, the old little like, hey, Butch. You know, he's got one of those things going on. And as we've said before, my dad's dream when we went to shows as a kid, he was always hoping Butch or Luke might lick his face, and it never happened, unfortunately. Hopefully Luke comes around, and I'm going to drag my dad out of retirement and say, Dad, now's your chance. Luke said he'd lick your face. We'll see what happens. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my dad. But looking good with this Butch and Luke arm over here. And then you got more of a straight out arm. Like he's going to shake your hand here. Beautiful figure. You could easily play with this back in the Hasbro days. You're a kid playing on the floor. This would be a very good playability-wise figure in your Fig Fed, no doubt about it. Articulation, the arms do go all the way around for us. Waist articulation. No real head movement on this guy here, and then the other arm goes around. Nothing as far as articulation on the legs, as we can imagine. I do got a little bit of missing paint, just a little spot back here. But I guess if he's a garbage man, is he going to be perfect? I don't think so. And like I said, I'm not sure what these garbage men even wear anymore. What do they wear? Is there a uniform to be a garbage man? They come at like 5:30 in the morning at my house. It's wild. They're in really early. I must be one of the first stops. I don't know. But all in all, just that little spot of paint, and that's to be expected from time to time. You know, nothing's going to be perfect, but really good looking figure right here. Now, no holes in the feet on this one, so we're not going to stick him on a peg or anything. But as far as the looks go, I don't think this is bad. He's definitely not an A+ character. It's not your Bret Hitman Hart. It's nothing like that. But definitely an interesting time. And I will say, as far as my wrestling fandom, this is when things waned a little bit. I never got out of the game of watching wrestling, but boy, I was pretty down in the Duke the Dumpster Droese days. So there's no doubt about it. But very cool to get this. Would love an elite style figure of him in the future, but we'll take what we can get as far as right now. And I did mention those Godwins. I'll bring them out right now as well. Kind of put these guys here together. He's a little bit before the Godwins, but definitely works in, definitely feels like they're part of the same universe. I think that does work out. That is pretty cool right there. And put the Godwins here. Duke the Dumpster Droese. There's your new trios team right there. They're ready to take on the world. Watch out, AEW. They're coming for you. But now we got to turn our attention to Greg Gerard, George Papard. I wish it was George Papard. Hastel Toys, we need to get an A-Team retro line. Can you get me Mr. T? Can we get Face and Murdoch? Can we get the whole gang? Man, I'd be here for that. But Greg Gerard, a.k.a. Oscar, and that's what I'm going to refer to him as, is Oscar, the hype man, the manager of Men on a Mission, who we also got from Hastel Toys. We'll bring them out here in a little bit. Love the orange card. I don't think he was ever planned to be in an orange card, but it does work. It kind of fits with the theme there. Very, very much here for this Oscar to complete that team. Very, very fun here. And Oscar, he wasn't really a wrestler, but you could use him as one if you were playing. Orange card. Got the Grapplers and Gimmicks logo up top there. Of course, the big glamour shot as well. Packaging. Usual logo on the bottom. Real vintage style figure with the mic drop. Makes a lot of sense. I could see him doing that. Got his autograph here. Looking good. I like what I see on the back. Nothing really that we haven't seen before. We do get the artwork, of course. Got the cross sell down below. That's about it. Warning, choking hazard. Be careful there. Be careful. Ages 18 and up, you 17-year-olds, get out, go upstairs, get out of the house. You can't be touching this unless you're over 18. Hide the kids, that's for sure. But we're going to pull him out of the package as well. I like that he does come with an accessory of a microphone. I almost missed that off to the side. Makes a lot of sense. He's rapping. He's throwing down some mad beats there. See you later. Goodbye. I've never been one for the rap music. I'm just not a rap guy. I'm a heavy metal guy. That's what I've always been. I like a little bit of Public Enemy when Public Enemy went with Anthrax back in the day. That was a great one. I do like them. The Judgment Night soundtrack, anybody ever listen to that back in the day? Oh, Faith No More, Booyah Tribe. Now you're talking. Another Body Murdered. That's me right there. Third Base, MC Search. Where's that going on? And that's about as far as deep as I go with rapping. I don't know. Good friend of the channel, Jeff George, he loves a good rap. He was the guitarist for Eminem early on. Shout out to Jeff and Eminem. Can't say I ever listened to that stuff. I know the Eminem stuff that was on MTV back in the day. That's all I do know, though. But my rap knowledge doesn't go very far. Probably my favorite rapper of all time is one PN News, of course. And PN News getting a retro in the future, I'm here for that. So shout out to PN News. We're here for that all day long. But now we get into the real rapper right here is, of course, Oscar from Men on the Mission. He would rap Men on a Mission down, and it was such cheesy beats and rhymes. I just remember as a kid just kind of rolling my eyes and like, I don't know. But it definitely a special moment in time and definitely cool once again to go to figure we've never got of somebody. I'm here for those first time in the line stuff. It's very fun. I don't care if you were a big time wrestler or a little time wrestler. If you were on the national stage for one of these companies, it's pretty cool to get a figure, even if it's all these years later like we got here with Oscar, of course. But let's dive into this. We do get a black microphone here. At first I thought it was an old school Jack's microphone, but no, this is a new mold of a microphone here, at least one I've never seen before. All black, no lettering, nothing like that, but definitely does work and definitely does fit right in his hand. Well, it doesn't work because it doesn't turn on, but I should check. Mic check. 1, 2. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Sometimes I do that at parties, at dinner parties, when I'm throwing out some jokes at the table and I just wait, is this thing on? Can you guys hear me? Nobody's laughing, and it's because my jokes aren't funny, apparently. And it's a tough lesson to be learned. There's no doubt about it. But I do like the microphone here. Really on brand for old Oscar. Oscar looks like he's going to a Lakers game with this purple and yellow. He's got stars all over him because he is a star at the end of the day. Got a nice gold watch on here. He's really throwing out that bling. Got the white socks and the white shoes. Looking really good. Looking like my father-in-law back in the day. Kind of what he looks like with that. Beautiful head. He almost looks like Bernie Mac. Oh, shout out to Bernie Mac. Passed away many years ago, but he's got a little Bernie Mac vibe in his face there. Big open mouth, white teeth, mustache, 2 eyebrows, 2 eyes, a nose, 2 ears, playing all those human hits, really, at the end of the day. Black hair across the top. A very, very good-looking figure here. Now, he's got a fist of fury because he's rapping, of course, but then his arm does go up, and he can give you that kind of, hey, how's it going? I'm going to rap, or he's really throwing down in the aisle, things like that. Definitely works out. Arms go all the way around for him. No waist, no nothing, no real movements, just the arm articulation and then the head articulation. But really, that's all you're going to need for Oscar at the end of the day. But man, a good figure for what it is. Obviously not for everybody. If you're somebody that's just an ancillary collector wanting, the Ultimate Warriors, Hulk Hogan's, Macho Man's, you're probably not diving deep down into the Oscar world. But for those that are, this is pretty solid for what it is. And of course, Men on a Mission, we got them right here. They're truly on a mission, and now they're led by Oscar. We could have a 6-man tag match right here. It would be quite the match. I think Mabel is the game changer between this that would score the win for his team, I do think. Oscar might be the weak link of all of them, but Mabel makes up for it at the end of the day. That's how I see it. It's a pick'em at the end of the day. You guys let me know who would win. Who would win between these two teams? It could be an all-timer of a matchup, no doubt about it. But very cool to complete Men on a Mission. Very, very fun. I love this aspect of things like this, completing teams. And we know we got the Quebecers, or AKA not the Mounties, AKA, you know what I'm talking about here. We got those guys coming, and we got the Rougeau brothers coming. I'm ready for those as well. Long, long overdue. Can't wait to have them in my collection. Can't wait to have more figures in my collection every single day. You guys know how we do it around here. I get excited about these wrestling figures. But very, very fun set of figures here. Happy to have them in my collection. And like I said earlier, constant learning, constant improvement. I really do think these two are better than the Godwins. I really like the Godwins. It's the skin tone that held me back a little bit. But these two are really, really good for what they are. And I'm very happy to have them in my collection at the end of the day. So there it is. Men on a Mission complete. Duke the Dumpster Droese. What are your guys' thoughts? Pickups, passes, long games, the dreaded no game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. Yes, it's true, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, on Patreon, including early access to both YouTube channel videos. Check out the Patreon. Support the channel. Link in the description down below. You can even join as a free member now. So check out the Patreon down low. Of course, don't forget about ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And then social media. Sir Paul64 on the X, like a young DMX. Keeping it on the X all day long. Check that out. And then, of course, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So, for Men on a Mission and Duke the Dumpster Droese and the Godwins too, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon. Today on the channel, we take out the garbage, and along the way, we rap.